Yeah, what's up guys? How's it going? So I got a rad package from S1Built, and then I got this cool global small engine parts. That's what they're called, global small engine parts. And they wrote this rad long note that's just great work, and thank you all for the tips and everything. And then what it is like it's like colored hose. It's like fancy hose, so that's pretty sweet. You can see that. And then this is, you know, their card, and this is the hose. So they sent me this hose and they said throw it on the CRX somewhere, so I'm definitely gonna do that. You gotta find a nice spot for it, and I like it a lot. So this is freaking rad, man. I dig that a lot. So thank you guys, Chuck and Katie Wagner. And Chuck, thank you so much guys, it's pretty awesome. Now I'm gonna open this guy up. All right, so we got the new tow adjusters in. Since you guys saw, we went to adjust the other ones and they just kind of seized up on us. And S1Built says that's a common thing because the it actually squeezed the bracket together, and then it just kind of binded the bolt up in there. And so these are the new ones they just came out with, the new version. So this guy is gonna screw on to the end of that where that heim goes, and then it just locks in there. So I'll just make sure these bolts are tight, and then these bolts just literally bolt up in. We got 1320 again as our part number, so it's pretty awesome.
Sick.
It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh, shiny too, like the.
Oh yeah.
Like
all shiny. Look.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo. That's
tight.
pretty sick.
Right. And it seems like it'd be like a stronger.
Oh, definitely.
Unit. I don't know, I mean.
Definitely. I mean, the stud's not screwing in and out itself. We're just screwing back and forth on the stud.
Yeah.
So that's
clamped in between two thicker pieces.
Yeah, and it's actually clamped rather than just tightened on with a nut on the other side.
Yeah, with like two thinner places.
Or a thread, you know. So it's, yeah, definitely much nicer, and should be able to adjust it real good, and looks great. I love how they do their products. It's awesome. So I got this, and then this is another little piece they sent. The e-brake bracket. So this is so I could put an e-brake cable on there if I want to, so I can put those cables back on, because I did pull those off, but you know, it is nice to have a locking brake rather than just a handbrake. But some of the handbrakes do come with a lock on them as well.
In case you gotta park it on a hill.
Yeah, in case.
And then it'll chalk.
Like at Vandermeer, that is a pretty big hill they park on.
It sucked to lose your car rolling down that thing.
Yeah, that's a far.
That's a far.
I don't know if I could catch it.
Hill.
I'd probably hit another car or somebody. But so these are the e-brake brackets. Pretty
Man,
sweet.
those are beefy.
Yeah, well, this steps it up, so it sits up above. The factory bracket like sits flush, so it needs this to go up above the part they built, because it sits a little higher. So that's just so it clears, and it looks sweet. Everything will just go on real nicely.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. All right, so Sean got this all welded up for us. We even got the locking nuts on here, kind of like a semi-truck lug nut, and so those are all tight. And that one had a broken stud, so it's welded and it's not coming out. So everything is
not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. So Sean did a really good job. And when we get the head back later, when my dad gets here, we'll get everything back together. Feed line, everything's on, so it's ready just to put everything together. I got my boost pipes, everything right here, so it's gonna be sweet.
Oh yeah. Throw it back together as fast as it came apart. Nice. It's getting the exhaust put in place, so mostly. We're
gonna button it up down here, but we're not gonna tighten it up here yet. And I'm gonna leave this one a little loose so I can spin the exhaust still, so then I can mate it up to the turbo once I get the head on. My dad's on his way here. He should be here probably 30 minutes, so I'll get the head on within minutes of it getting here, and then just start throwing everything together, getting it done, you know, slamming it out.
Putting all the little stuff we can done before it gets here.
Yeah. So we put the coupler on the turbo. We're not going to tighten it up, of course, so we can still pull it up. We're going to get the return line on as well right here. So just all the little stuff that we're going to do, get it done real quick. So I kind of got everything mocked up. It's not all tight though. Boost clamp's not tight, feed line's not tight. All the stuff I got in there isn't really tight, but I got everything kind of stuck in there now. Just kind of coming along slowly but surely, getting there. Cleaned off all the stuff here, so I'll re-gasket maker that and then get that on when the head gets here. Dang, Steven cleaned the head up good. So got it all clean so Brett can make it all brown again and cover it in mud again.
Yep.
So at least it'll be shiny and clean when he gets it back.
Thank you, Steven.
It's pretty sweet. Thanks, Steve. He did that while we ate lunch. He just showed up, got off school. First thing he did was clean the head, so it's pretty sick. Thanks, buddy. Dude, check these out. These are so sick. Oh my goodness. You gotta go over to the Booster Boys website and get these, man. Get some stickers ASAP. Those are epic, dude. The MR2 just looks awesome. That is really rad.
Right in the middle.
I think you should put it
Down
like,
one.
yeah, because it's kind of filling the void right here.
I think, no, on the
Maybe.
bottom, I think. Left of
All the way down here though? Where it's
No,
hard to
maybe not
see?
down there.
No, yeah, one, I thought that was, down one more.
Because, yeah, this one's got 3, that one's got 2, 2, and
Closer to
then
the
1.
middle, I think.
I don't know, man.
It's a hard choice.
It is a hard choice.
I think right there.
It's a good sticker. I like it.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
I like it too.
Like there?
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
Nice. Rain. Pouring.
Like a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's even straight and everything.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is a
Sweet.
quality sticker application.
Yeah.
Like a glove.
That's tight. Now we gotta get the wheelie monster.
The wheelie monster.
What do you think? Where should we put it? Speed Factory takes up so much room. We're a little upside down there, huh?
I think you're gonna.
I would do it the
Down.
other way so it looks like it's wheeling hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Crazy wheelie.
yeah, it'd be. You can still read this if it overlaps it a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit, yeah. Make it look like it's 60 foot non Speed Factory. Look, it's getting the gap right now.
Yeah. Getting the gap.
Speed Factory's getting the gap.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that's nice. H22 crew.
So doing a big old wheelie on the toolbox.
Yeah, it's tight.
A few H22 crew.
Yeah, that's.
This thing's getting loaded up now.
Oh yeah.
Getting all the
What is it? The
stickers.
H22 all-wheel drive billet bell housings and Speed Factory. Guy made that for Kyle.
That's sick.
Ponchi, Spider-Man, K-Swap the World. That's Drag Cartel and stuff down here. Humble Performance.
Drag Cartel, Downstar, K-Swap the World. Looks fab.
Yeah.
All Tech.
Oh yeah, we got it all. 1320, Tim McGinnis, PFIspeed.
Little 3D sticker there. 3D printed.
Mm-hmm.
Same with that one.
Yep.
This
Pretty
Goofy
rad.
built one is sick.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend Shelby made that one.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's super sick.
Someday this thing's not even going to be black anymore. It's just going to be stickers and silver.
Nice.
Eventually.
Sweet.
Yeah, sticker bomb.
So the head gasket we have right now is actually, we only have 84 millimeter VTEC ones. So Jamie's got one on the way. I'll get one real soon. JE Pro Seal 81 millimeter, 81 and a half. We'll get it going good. But JE Pro Seal, we'll get it right bore and everything. Everything's pretty much cleaned up and ready to go. So we'll get it all on there. That'll be sick. Pretty stoked. Look at this little guy. So this is the little carb for the motorcycle. That's sweet. It's a cool little guy. So it came with some lines. Little, yeah, they're nice pink lines. Little elbow. Gasket to bolt in between the elbow. And it's ready for this O-ring. Gasket with an O-ring. And then there's this gasket as well. And there's a filter to go on this guy here. Boop, right there. That'll be sweet. So, got a pretty much full carburetor kit. That's pretty awesome. I'm excited. It's gonna be sweet when we get this thing all running. Alright, so Gordo's got me a gasket and a whole kit of bolts. So this is gonna go on this side. Just like that. And then we got bolts too.
Yep.
See how long those are.
Some longer ones and some shorter ones. I think the short ones are for the bottom and the longer ones are for the top.
For the top? Yeah. Sweet. So that's just gonna go right on here. So we're gonna probably 90 it back this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't run into the steering and put the carb over here. That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Here, hold this guy. Pretty sweet. Alright, let's try and get this thing tightened on here.
Only two on these guys.
That literally I have, like I literally am going to be flattening the corners and not turning anything off. And not only with 118 and actually measuring for 1. Yeah, even if it doesn't measure
Good choke.
Nice.
It's got our vacuum lines. Vacuum line and fuel line. That's all it needs, air and fuel.
Sweet.
And carburetor, man.
Carburetor.
Pretty cool.
Right? Tight.
The carburetor just showed up. Look at how sweet that looks. So this is gonna go to the feed line. This one here is the feed line, and then this one here is the return. But it looks like it's a returnless system. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick the little fuel filter in there, and then I'm gonna do a little straight that's an adapter to get it down to that line size, just because that line size is a little bit smaller than the line size. So we'll probably do something like this one here and then just adapt it so the little one will go to the size of this bigger one, something like that. But we'll have the filter in there. I do have these little short pieces that came from the old carburetor, so I'll probably just adapt that through that. It'll be pretty sweet. So I just got the fuel filter in here. See, the arrow points this direction, so that's the feed direction. So I shove that guy in there. pretty tight fit, and they had zip ties on them when I found them, so we'll route this guy somewhere we can make it look kind of nice later on. I'm all about making things look nice. So that's the feed line. So I got the fuel lines all hooked up here, routed nicely. Got my little P clamp holding it. Should be sweet. And then I busted up the top here, pulled off my little, it's kind of like a bungee cord, you know, it's like a little bungee cord battery strap. It's kind of cool. So just this tiny little guy, just a little 6-volt battery. Pretty sweet.
Nice.
It's honestly pretty cool to see.
It probably still works, huh?
It probably does because it's interstate. It probably works great.
I think it's pretty cool. Little battery holder.
Yeah, very cool.
Small for a small little battery.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a cute little guy.
Oh, I think it's got lots of threads.
Oh yeah.
Crazy little contraption though.
You have to spread.
Little washer. Nice.
I don't know if they tightened it all together and then painted it or what. Because if it was all painted, it wouldn't have sounded very good.
No.
You know? But heck yeah.
Pretty cool.
Sling that together. We'll have to fit a 12-volt in there now. Make a little mount tray or something for it. Yeah, we gotta fill a 12-volt battery in there now. The 12-volt engine.
Oh, okay.
So on this side, see, this is the kickstand side, so we know it's the other side. This pedal right here, Gordo will go show you in a second, but it actually hits the engine cover, so it doesn't move up and down once you tighten these front bolts. So it just it lifts it up, and then it puts it right into the side of the engine. So I'm gonna give her a good old grind on this here square, kind of round it off, and then it'll be all good.
That should be good. And right here, right there is digging into the side of the motor right there. So we never tightened it up, so that's why we got to clearance that. But then it should be all.
All right, so we got a real nice curve around that now. So we'll go over here and I'll bolt it up, see if it clears or hits still, and then that'll help us know a lot. So I had to pull the sleeve off, but I got it all grinded down in there. See, goes up and down now, so pretty sweet. Now we're just getting the 12s in the bottom here. I got one more left to put in, and then we'll have this guy all bolted back on. It's pretty rad. I like that thing, it looks cool.
Kickstand sits pretty low.
Kickstand sits pretty low? It definitely sits pretty low. Yeah.
Oh, I think it goes the other way.
Here, let me bolt everything up. It's still, the bolts are all loose, Gordo. I don't have one in yet.
Okay.
I left them all loose so I could get the last one in. We're all holding the whole weight of the bike on the loose bolts. It's all right.
It's not.
It's Honda. It's Honda, yeah.
I mean, we were leaning it against this flimsy stool.
Yeah, but I did have to lean it like a certain way, otherwise it knocked the stool down.
Yeah. Things coming together though.
Yeah, this thing's cool.
Right. And it's gonna be pretty fast too. A little bike with a 125.
Yeah, it's
instead of a 70 like it used to have.
Definitely scoot.
Don't push too hard. I don't have too good of a grip on it right now.
I'm kind of pulling.
Okay, good.
Almost ready to fire that thing up.
Not quite.
No, it needs 12 volt. I gotta get a battery from home. It's only a 6 volt system.
Oh.
But that's the last. I mean, we got the throttle cable hooked up, we got the feed line hooked up, I plugged the return. This, I was told, is just some sort of vent thing, right? So I just stick it on there and let it vent out, you know? And then I'm tightening up the tray right now with the kickstand on it so the bike will be able to stand on its own again, not lean up against everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, I actually like that. It's cool too.
So is it an electric start then?
I believe it's.
I don't think it has electric.
I don't see it. Where would we hook the kickstart up though?
Well, the
Is that this
kickstart's
right
on
here?
the other side. It's already
No,
on
this
the
is
engine.
the shifter. This is the brake.
Yeah, that lever right there is the
There's the
kickstart.
kickstart.
Yeah, there's no electric start on this.
So you just gotta hook these wires up for this pretty much.
Yeah, somehow, some way. There's a wiring chart online. A couple guys have done this before.
Is the exhaust bolt up to it too?
It's pretty close.
I believe you guys got it to bolt up, but it hit a tab or something, right?
I have no idea.
It almost reaches this tab right here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just barely too far forward for that tab.
Yes, that's all bolted on down there. I just need to bolt it up on the other side up here, and we'll have the whole cradle thing on it.
Nice.
Kickstand sits way down here.
Yeah, it does. Pretty sweet though.
It's coming together though, Sean.
Heck yeah.
We might have to make a cool like custom exhaust for it, bro.
The exhaust flange fits it though.
Yeah.
We got our awesome fab guy up here looking at our exhaust.
You two are gonna ride on it together?
Oh yeah, fat guy on a little bike.
You riding on the back or the front?
I'll ride on the back, it'll be funnier that way.
Him on the back and you guys will ride a wheelie out.
Yeah, we'll ride a wheelie.
You got a 10 wrench? Gonna try to hang
Right there, wrench in the drawer. I think we're gonna need some sort of washers.
for spacers.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think we're getting tight though.
They feel pretty tight already though.
Yeah, so is the exhaust.
Okay.
I think that's it.
And then we're so close to that stud. Man, this is getting cool.
Well, that's pretty solid.
That ain't going anywhere now.
That's
Got
rad.
exhaust. I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything, you just put it on. Dang. Look at that. It's too easy. Everywhere's tight. Nice, Sean.
Honestly, I think if you got it wired.
I can fire it up. Put some oil. I gotta put oil in it.
Okay, so oil, fuel, and wiring. And I think it'll start.
Alright, so it looks like we're about two links short, including the master link. We'll go 3 to be safe because we did, Todd and everyone slid the wheel as far forward as they could so we could see if we could get it on with how short it is, but it is still just a fuzz too short. So we'll be able to slide the wheel back and forth and get it tight once we get the links added, or we get a whole new chain and cut it to our length, or so we'll just see what we need to do. So we'll take this with us and we'll go check out Tractor Supply and stuff and find ourselves a good chain. All right, so we got the filter on, we got the throttle cable all hooked up, we got the clutch cable all hooked up. Pretty much just need to get a few links for the chain, so we'll take this chain all the way out. We'll bring it with us home, and then we'll go to find ourselves a chain. And yeah, I think we're gonna push cars in and get out of here. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and check out all our other videos. This is GoofyBuilt. Peace out.
Peace out.